You better ration it out, boy. Please don't start taking coke, Nurse Elkins. But maybe she's already fiending for it? Even though she's not like shooting it up, she's still being exposed to it, right?
You look worse this morning than you did at the conference.
Lee and you have come back to the well one too many times, Mr. Barrow. Those ships that are going down, those are my ships. That's my cargo. Those are my customers who are demanding I pay them for their losses. 2 ships at the bottom of the sea already, another limping to the dock in Saipan. I am supposed to be making money.
I understand that the well is dry.
The well is far from dry. It's simply you're the man with the bucket about whom I am least concerned right now.
Sorry about that, Mr. Tuttle. And promise we will take excellent care of you. He's brusque, but he's a fine surgeon.
As long as it isn't you doing it, he can yell all he wants.
I'm sorry, Mr. Barrow. The church can't spare another penny.
I'm in love with a girl there, Nurse Lucy Elkins.
A nurse.
Yes, we've been out several times.
But if you wed, she won't be a nurse much longer. So you won't be able to use her as an excuse to keep you tethered to the Knick. My offer will be difficult to refuse.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I'd toss out that Bible if I were you.
Your Honor.
Inspector Spade, please.
I was kidnapped. I was attacked, taken from my job, and shut away by these awful people who think I'm some sort of monster. A devil. Those people. Maligning me in the papers. Calling me Typhoid Mary. I didn't get no one sick because I was never sick myself. I've never felt better. Look at me. I'm in the pink. No cough, no cold, no fever. Sick people get sick. Do I look sick to you?
Not a bit, Miss Marilyn.
She's creepy.
Hey, excuse me. Hey.
2 of you are fired.
For which 2?
You, for insubordination, and you, for being drunk on the job. So, don't expect to be paid for the week. We run a respectable business.
Being drunk on the job.
Your Honor, simply because Miss Mallon isn't showing signs of the disease, it doesn't mean that she doesn't have it or that she can't give it to other people. Her presence in all of the homes and businesses where the health inspector found out that she had worked produced at least 18 cases of typhoid fever and several verified deaths.
That's hogwash.
Miss Mallon. Dr. Chickering, how many other documented cases like Miss Mallon's with no symptoms?
Miss Mallon is the first asymptomatic case of a disease we've ever found. We were previously
That's why she's
unaware
like
that
a famous person in actual history.
Your Honor, even though Miss Mallon feels fine, she still carries the disease for others to catch. Her bowel movements contained a pure culture of Bacillus typhi. She has the disease.
How many tests were done?
3.
She's had 1 a week for the last 4 months, so that's 16 in total.
You should ask him how many of those tests didn't have the disease in them.
How many, Dr. Chickering?
There were 5 instances where the disease was not found in the sample. Though the fact that she has been on North Brother Island in close contact with so many other patients with typhoid fever, and her health hasn't changed, is more proof for the fact that she has the disease but is impervious to its symptoms.
Perhaps it's proof of the opposite. Perhaps Miss Mallon is as healthy as a horse and simply immune.
And perhaps if you had gone to medical school instead of law school, you would have some idea of what you were talking about.
You can step down.
She's about to be back out on the street.
The germs figure out if they can exist or not.
Sweet freedom. Go fuck yourselves.
Go wash yourself. At least your fucking hand, your fetid ass when you take a shit, so you don't kill someone with your shit-filled cooking.
My apologies, Miss Roberts.
Oh, don't apologize to me. She's the filthy gaff.
Why doesn't he go to Chinatown? So, cocaine is, at this time, cocaine is like literally only used in the medical world. You know what I mean? You can't like go out and buy cocaine on the street. Yo, if you know you're not fit to be performing surgery, why don't you let somebody else step in, man?
If the... what is it?
It's the ray fungus.
The ray fungus is allowed to escape.
Yo, step back. Step back.
Do you need assistance?
I have a bit of a headache. Would you excuse me?
Hello? Eleanor?
Where's the baby?
It's cold. I'm knitting a hat for Lillian.
It's
Grace
cold.
hasn't been changed all day.
Who hasn't?
There was an outbreak, a woman named Mary. It was in all the papers.
Oh, I don't read the papers, ma'am. Do you think you'll be able to place me somewhere soon? I miss the kitchen, and I could use a wage.
I'm sure I'll have no problem finding you something good.
I want to see what happened with that abscess, man.
If I'd have known you were going to charge me, I would have gone back to sleep and let you choke. I would not have died. Nothing can kill me. Of course not. I will not forget what you did for me. You will always have a friend in woe.
But I mean, if he is coming down off of withdrawals from cocaine, another drug, it might put him to sleep. But he's still got a tough night ahead of him, a tough while ahead of him. Christensen. When they found him, he died immediately, right? So it's interesting that this camera shot is like it's from his perspective. No, dang it. All right, y'all. So Typhoid Mary escaped justice. And it's funny because she was at the temp agency or whatever it was, and she pronounced her name funny. And they were like, oh, as long as it's not blah, 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 because we have a Mary blah, blah, blah that's spreading a typhoid epidemic around town. So I also did not think about the fact that if Algernon and Cordelia are found out, he's going to be in some serious trouble. And I don't want that to happen. I mean, regardless of Cordelia's family putting him through school and everything, his white daughter sleeping with a black man, I do not think that'll go over well at all. And she's promised to a really, really rich dude, you know? So we can't have that screwed up. I'm guessing she wasn't a virgin already though, you know, so I don't think that's part of the deal. You think, or maybe they've already hooked up, you know, maybe she's already slept with the dude that she's getting married to anyway, I don't know. But so Barrow is trying to cut costs. He fired 2 people and he is absolutely desperate. I mean, he's desperate to do right by the hospital, but you can't be mad at. So he is going around asking tons of people for money to get the medicine that they need. And Thackeray put some mixture together thinking it would help him get through the surgery, and it didn't. It probably didn't have a good reaction. And it's crazy because he was doing that abscess that that dude had on his mouth, his jaw, and he was saying if this is popped, the pus inside is super dangerous, and you know you're out of it. Like, why were you in surgery? You gotta know when to step back, you know? Birdie's father really, really wants him to go to another hospital, but Birdie likes right where he's at the Knick, in the circus. He said he was in love with Elkins, Nurse Elkins. And I don't really think that, I'm sure there's an attraction there like we've talked about, but I do not really think that there's like a serious relationship, like emotional commitment connection, or at least not on Thackeray's end. I mean, he did take her virginity, but I don't think there's a connection there. So, and of course they're gonna play it cool and keep it under wraps, but if she does end up getting a little more serious with Birdie, maybe that'll make Thackeray a little uncomfortable. But if you enjoyed this reaction, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have. And I'll see you guys on the next one.